Welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey, everybody. Can you hear us out there? We are glad to be here and live with everybody tonight. Let us know that you can see us and let us know that you can hear us. And how is everybody doing?
Nice to see you here early.
Yes.
You guys were waiting on our doorstep.
Yes. Well, we're glad you were.
And we are happy.
Let's see. Mr. Willie, disclaimer.
Look, he's getting right in
Don't worry,
there.
Tony doesn't understand.
Bright and early, Mr. Willie. Is that your first joke of the evening?
Hey, can you hear us, everybody? Let us know. That's the first order of business, just to make sure we're all on the same page. So let us know if you can hear us and see us okay. Let us know if the volume's okay.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything yet, so...
See and hear you fine.
All the way down here. Awesome. Thank you, Jesse. And we're glad to have everybody back here at Creekside Maples tonight. And Rebecca, we see your prayer requests there for the Needy Homesteader channel. And we don't need to know exactly what happened, but we do know that the Lord has his hand on all things. So, Lord, we're just asking God to touch them and help them right now as our channel and as our community here.
Right.
And just, Lord, comfort them at this time, whatever it may be, for sure.
Right.
So we'll keep them in our prayers every day, that's for sure. And thank you, Rebecca, for reminding us to hit the like button. And that is forgotten so many times by myself and many. So thank you, Rebecca.
But it plays its part.
It plays its part. So everybody, how's everybody doing? I know it's Tuesday night. It's been a whole week since we've been on here. We've had a couple of videos come up and do well. Got one right now, released it this morning, put it up there this morning. So hopefully everyone's watching it. And we like to see that one do well as well.
Yeah.
Jesse and Lisa, our governor just lifted the mask mandate here in Texas, so it will sure be nice to talk to y'all for the first time without having to wear my mask. The opportunities are limitless. Well, that's awesome. I read that on the news about an hour ago that had happened. So I'm glad to hear that. I know up here they're talking about lifting some restrictions by March the
23rd, I think they said. We're trending in the right direction here.
Yeah.
So in our little province.
Yeah. So we're doing well here. The weather has been horrendous.
Oh my.
It has been so cold here today. Minus 15 with a cold chill or wind chill of right around minus 25. It is crazy terrible. Cold. Yeah.
And so windy.
So we've been trying to just get through everything. I want to see if I can get this off of here. Where'd my right there? Let's take that off of there. There we go. That's better. Yeah.
Learning all kinds of stuff.
Oh, learning as we go here. But yeah, it's been very cold here for sure. Let me see here. Rebecca, Mr. Willie 95. He offers up a disclaimer. If my wife says anything that you don't understand, don't worry. Tony doesn't understand it either.
Funny.
Ben, I think, is that Cote or Cote? Or how do you say it? Ben Cote. Hello from Connecticut. Well, hello back to you.
Welcome.
So glad you're here with us. Yeah. How are things in Connecticut? We spent a lot of time in Connecticut.
We did.
Yeah, we had some great friends that they lived.
Windsor Locks.
Windsor Locks is where they lived. So are you anywhere near that area? That's not too far from Hartford. But welcome aboard, Ben. So glad. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How are things going there? Tom Fillmore, how you doing, Tom?
Hey.
How are things in your neck of the woods? Probably about as cold and windy as it's been here.
Right.
The wind has been blowing here. It is like a hurricane for 2 days.
I posted a short little video on our social media. If you guys are following us, So you can go there and check that out.
Oh, yes. The wind. I mean, it's tore things apart. I was concerned about the new build on the Sugar Shack this morning. So I got up and got all my gear on and walked down, and everything's fine.
Everything's
It's holding true. So that's good. That's the main thing. You see here, EHAB 96. I was just watching the last video of the wall. It's coming together.
Oh, thank
Build
you.
that wall.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's coming along. We're getting things done down there.
Yeah.
The next video, I've been working on it here this afternoon, and hopefully it'll be up there tomorrow. And you can really see some progress on that one that we've been doing. It's just been so cold, so hard to work.
Well, and if he says it's cold, then you guys know it's cold.
Yeah. Well, this next video, you can see our breath all the time when we're working.
And you actually put your insulated coveralls on.
Yeah, it's about -10. Yeah. So keep that in mind. The next video you watch that we post, it's about -10. That's how cold it is. It was chilly for sure, for sure. Jesse, there seems to be a loose screw on the right side of Joni. Please fix it, Joni.
I'm not sure how to take that.
Hardy har. Oh my. Marshall Warden, welcome back. Good evening from British Columbia.
Good evening.
How are things in BC tonight?
Yeah.
Is it warming up there? Is it cold? How's your weather? How's life? EHAB 96 from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay. We've been through Detroit
many times.
Yeah.
Detroit gets cold too.
Yes.
And now, some say Detroit, some say Detroit. I guess it depends on if you're from there or not. But welcome. We're so glad you're here. Monica, hello to you as well.
Monica, checking in again. That's wonderful.
All the way from St. John, New Brunswick.
Yes.
And she said it was -29 with the wind chill there today.
I believe it.
I suppose, Monica, Steve was out mowing the grass, was he?
Hey, Monica, it's a wonder Steve doesn't have his own little hockey rink in the yard, right? Because I know he's a big hockey fan.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Mr. Willie, I just learned that a guy who played football and baseball in my town lost his dad, killed himself last week. Pray for him and kids. We will for sure, Mr.
sad.
Willie. That is tough stuff to go through.
Absolutely.
It is so tough.
Absolutely.
Oh my.
A lot of needs in the world.
For sure, for sure. I was reading the news, and it's depressing, and I try not to be, but I was so saddened on the news tonight. I forget where it was at, but a 14-year-old kid, him and a 17-year-old friend, just done random shooting and shot a 32-year-old mother of a little boy. It's just ridiculous. So crazy. I don't know, the world and people, they get crazy and locked up, too much time on their hands and everything, but we'll pray for them for sure. Fisherman 506, how you doing? You like the boats on the shelf?
Well, you're the first one to mention them. The new switcheroo in the room. We try to switch something up. We make it too easy for you guys, though, don't we?
You got to watch for the switcheroo.
Maybe one of these nights we'll actually like swing the computer around and focus elsewhere.
Well, it'll be hard. That makes us dizzy swinging the computer around. The ideas that she has, limitless. I'm telling you.
That's the truth.
That's scary. The truth. Scary.
Blooper reels.
Yeah, we got one of those. We may not be able to post that in public though. EHAB 96, 4 degrees Fahrenheit today. Last week it was 5. Wow, what a difference.
Yep.
Well, luckily it's warming up. That's for sure. Hey, Zach, Sugar Shack is coming along nicely. It is, it's slow work because, just getting everything down there takes so long because it's down in the woods.
That's right. And then it being winter, you got to dig things out of the snow and ice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
it really slows you down.
And then if you get a little bit of rain or whatever, and then it freezes, and then everything becomes slick and icy. And so it's just really tough sometimes, but we do what we can do and get her done the best we can. The Nina and the Pinta and the Santa Maria.
You are correct.
Yes, your boats.
My.
I have that. I have a whole collection. I got like 14 or 15 of them. Yeah. I used to keep them all in my office and everything. And So
You've got one that's it's like
have some larger ones. Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I have to move my hands up. It's like the fishing story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who was the people that sailed on the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria? Anybody know who they?
Oh, I bet
who
you
that
some of
group
our
of
sharp
people were?
minds here.
Yeah.
Everyone's Googling right quick. Let's see the first one to post.
Marcia Warden in the mountains, daytime +4 Celsius, still around -8 Celsius, and crazy winds. Doing great though. Well, that's good, Marshall, because it's crazy winds here too.
Oh, it is.
It's unbelievable.
We have wind gusts up to 90.
90 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
So that's almost 60 miles.
Well, do you know how windy it was?
How windy was it?
I meant to tell you this. One of our hens laid the same egg twice.
No way.
Yes. Well, that's windy.
She laid the same
She
egg.
did.
Now that is windy, folks, right there.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Wow.
wonder if Mr. Willie ever heard that one.
Yeah. Well, you know how windy it was?
Mm-hmm.
It was so windy, I thought I was being followed by the same kind of truck I drive. Found out just myself, meet myself.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You're cute.
Laid the same egg twice.
That's right. That's pretty
That'd
windy.
be interesting. Sure, yes, sir.
She's a talented hen.
Yes. She's quite a chick. Mr. Willie, Joni, remember, keep it PG because we know how you get on live stream.
Okay, Mr. Willie, I shall try.
That is the truth. We had to tame her down a little bit last week. Sorry about that, folks. Oh my, it's awful. Well, you see the proof in the videos, that's for sure.
Proof in the pudding.
Yeah. Jesse and Lisa, our ancestors. You get that right, Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
And Rebecca says Columbus, and you are right as well. That is I'm trying to remember if he sailed the Pinta or the Santa Maria. I can't remember.
Santa Maria, I think, according to my brief history.
Your brief
recall.
Yeah. Well, your strong points are history and math.
I know.
Hidden Springs Farm. How's it going, folks? Going
good. Evening.
How are you?
Good evening.
It's we're staying warm. We got the wood fire going and all that good stuff.
We got everything going.
Well, we did.
We got the pellet stove, the wood stove. We've had the heat pump on a little bit today.
Yeah.
Off and on.
Well, it's just been so cold.
Yeah.
That wind is just so ridiculously cold. But anyway, Mr. Willie, did Tony know that the morons helped the mob build Vegas, or was that the Mormons helped the mob build Vegas? Big difference.
Yes, the difference one letter can make.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So, but anyhow, well, listen, I hope everybody's enjoying the latest videos. I hope that everyone, we're changing it up a bit, trying to, add some good content there.
Mm-hmm.
So just a few quick, we'd like to get some feedback tonight. Tell us what you're thinking thus far, the last few videos. Are you liking them? Do you think they're too long? Do you think they're okay length?
Mm-hmm.
The audio, the video part of it, the camera angles,
Mm-hmm.
all of it. We thought tonight we'd really like to get some feedback, on the content and see how you guys that are watching it, tell us what you think.
Yeah, how are we measuring up?
Well, I'm about 5'8".
I knew you were going to say that. But seriously, it is the YouTube world is quite a game.
It is, and everyone does things differently.
Yeah.
But for our channel, we're trying to just tell the story as it happens. There's days we get lots done, days we don't. There's days that we can't film because of weather.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And things like that. There's days we're absolutely exhausted, and other days
Mm-hmm.
that we're totally focused, lasered in on everything. And then
you guys probably noticed that by some of the videos, like, where maybe we're a little more chatty and carefree, and then other times we're maybe more quieter,
pushed for time and just trying to get it done
because
and all that.
The focus and whatever's going on, like a lot of times maybe the weather's cold or we got a weather moving in, so we're just really focused.
But we're going to we're going to keep videoing what we're doing, and we're starting the tapping all of our trees. We're hoping to get about 300 trees or 300 taps in spiles in next weekend if the weather cooperates. But it is not supposed to warm up here. It's supposed to be cold. I mean, really cold for the next 4 or 5 days. We really don't see any warming up, until about the first of the week. So I was going to tap all of our trees and get that all done on the weekend. But if it stays really cold, I'm not going to. We'll just do it on the first of the week. Then once we get tapping trees, folks, the evaporator gets lit and it doesn't go out for 30 days.
And the time just flies then. Like a month is gone.
And if you're wanting any of our maple syrup or anything like that, just go to our community channel, our community tab, or send us an email, anything, and we'll try our very best to get it out to you. Just put your order there, and we'll contact you with all the information and get any information that we need. Okay. Rebecca, Robert is my Google, although I didn't know that one. Well, that's good.
All right.
Surviving Maine on 20-acre farm. Good evening. Your videos are fine for my liking. Well, I appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Willie 95. Sorry about my spelling, but they helped the mob with money because the mob couldn't get licensed to operate gambling in Vegas. Well, okay. I did not know all of that history. Jesse and Lisa, really enjoyed the new time it was shown, and the video music while you're working is good, so we can't hear you yell at Right, Jesse.
Most often he's hollering at the dogs.
I try not to yell too much. That's for sure. But it's an interesting conversation, Jesse, that we were having earlier today as well, because she wasn't brought up this way. I've always done outdoor things. I've always been, building things and enjoying the woods and the true off-grid lifestyle from being a little boy all the way up through. And so it hasn't been tough for me to do these things or adjust to them or anything, but she was brought up in a pastor's home. And so she's never had to do any of these things. And of course we traveled for many years. And
well, I mean, we've been together the last
32 years we've been together.
But I haven't been outside building.
I haven't let her outside.
No. I mean, she
just hasn't had to.
We've spent a lot of time together.
Yeah, always
doing a
together.
lot of things, but
in ministry and in traveling and all those things. Yeah,
I haven't been on the job site, let's say, with Tony. So this is new. It's fun. I am learning a lot.
Yeah, and you can tell in the videos that she is learning. Every day is a new learning thing, a learning curve for her. And so
he works so fast.
Yeah, I forget that because I'm used to just being focused and working.
He has one speed.
And then I have to stop and remember that, hold on a minute, I got to teach you some things here too. So, but it's great. I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. So, Tom, I wouldn't change a thing. Great videos. Don't fix something that's not broken. Just saying. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. We really do. And again, we think the videos are good. Always room for improvement.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do. Yeah. We want to be the best that we can be. Yeah. We're always researching and learning.
Okay, Rebecca, I think you're on track. As a female, I like some added cooking type things. I suppose a variety, and that is very good. That's a very good thought. We're going to work some more of that in. It'll probably be after maple season because we're so focused on that right now.
Or I mean, we can maybe even occasionally, maybe not every time, but do a little bit of a vlog style. I know Lumna does this, and several of you I know subscribe to their channel too, of where they always end their video off the same way. They kind of come in and she's showing what they're making for supper, and then they sit down and eat. So we may be able to do that sometimes too.
And Rebecca, honestly, if you don't mind it, I do a lot of cooking.
He's a great cook. Remember,
she does too. But we do a lot. We share it. Yeah. And so if you don't mind a man being in the kitchen, we can put some of those at. So.
And I shared this on the Instagram too, Rebecca. I think you started following us, so you've probably seen. But Tony makes up this secret blend of 11 herbs and spices, way better than KFC. No, it's probably got about 20 herbs and spices.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, and we do it at bulk. Like, I don't know, probably makes at least 3 or 4 cups of it.
Yeah, it's Creekside Backwoods blend, and it's really good stuff. You can get some if you want it.
Yeah, and my point is, I was saying that we had that last night. It's good on anything, but we just had some chicken cutlets, and oh my word. I told him, I said, I know he has a recipe he follows, but I said, we both agreed this time it seemed even better. Just the right amount of sweet, just the right amount of smokiness in it.
Yeah, because I don't smoke.
A little bit of
so we'll
spice.
So we'll try to get some cooking in there.
We will.
There's some things we really like to show you, like how we do our grains, grind our own grains. We just ran out of our cornmeal, so we'll be grinding some more cornmeal. And how we make our peanut butter. We just got a lead on some raw fresh cream today, so we're going to be making, some more butter. All kinds of good things.
Lord,
so
that wind.
Yeah, that wind's
I don't know
horrible.
if you can hear it or not. I guarantee if it was daylight, you'd be able to see the snow just whipping past these windows.
And Monica wants to see some cooking, so we'll do that for sure. We'll get some of that stuff going. And ladies, whatever, if there's things you'd like to see Joni doing, explaining cooking or whatever, she
Chelsea's
makes kombucha and all that stuff.
Chelsea's gonna have some stuff to say about this.
But if you like to, because I like her in front of the camera as well, so we'll just see what we can do there.
I enjoy being behind the camera.
Yeah. Mr. Willie Thomas Jefferson is the only president to go broke during his time as presidency, as a president. Well, there you go.
Wow.
A broke president.
Wow.
Jesse and Lisa also enjoy seeing the close-up shots that Joni does to show you doing everyday tasks.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
We really try. She hears me 1,000 times a day say, let's try to really get the shot.
Yeah.
Because there's, you can always have a video, but then there's those 5, 6, 7. Those are the shots.
They are.
And that's what you want to get.
And that's the thing we're striving for.
Yeah.
Tony does all the editing, and he does a fantastic job. But I'm really striving to improve on all the camera photography angles.
She's doing great. Isn't she doing great? She's doing great. So
you guys are all very kind.
Yeah. Our biggest thing right now is our computer's wore out.
Oh my!
It won't handle the editing, so we're trying to find a really good secondhand editing computer that will do video editing, but they're so expensive.
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
everything is.
Yep. Jesse, so you're telling us that Joni led a sheltered life? Well, we won't hold that against her. She's doing great, Jesse. Sheltered until she met me.
I was going to say, until I met him.
Then everything changed. Oh, in a good way.
We couldn't come from more opposite backgrounds, but we're a great fit.
Team.
A great
team.
Yeah.
Mr. Willie Abraham Lincoln was a pro wrestler. I bet he was an honest one. Honest Abe, and won a championship, and his mom was a wrestler as well. His mom won a wrestler or was a wrestler, I guess.
Maybe was.
Yeah. Marshall, like your videos, so down to earth and easy to relax while watching. Don't fix what works. Thank you, Marshall.
Thank you.
What you see is what you get. We're just plain Jane folks.
And you guys are all being very kind. Thank you so much. But tell us your thoughts on the length of our videos. Are they okay? Would you rather see them just a little bit shorter?
Yeah, because we check the algorithms and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And our algorithm for viewing is really high. So we owe that to you guys. We appreciate you taking the time to watch those videos. We really do. So thank you so much. Jesse and Lisa, it's also nice when you stop and explain to us what's on your mind as you're building. Appreciate that, Jesse. Sometimes I share too much what's on my mind.
He usually has a lot on his mind.
But I try to always include people that are watching the videos. I want you guys to feel like you're right there with us.
Right.
That's so important to us.
Yeah. And it's something you got to constantly be mindful of. We've talked about that.
Because I can get lost in my work.
Well, yeah, and even like me having to get the camera shots, he has to stop. If it's something he's doing repetitively, then he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But if it's something that maybe he's only doing 1 or 2, things, just that particular moment, he's got to actually stop and. Yeah,
but it's all good. We're enjoying it. We really enjoy it. We're really having fun doing this. It really is. So Mr. Willie, I'd love to see Tony talk about history in Canada. Well,
Wow.
maybe I can incorporate some of that in the video as we're filming while I'm working.
Yeah.
I'll put in a little, just a little history tidbit.
There you go. There you go.
Chelsea Stoddard. Hello, my friends.
Chelsea's here.
Guess who just who landed? Guess who just landed? Chelsea, her daughter. She's here now. Hello, Chelsea. How are you?
Chelsea, what's the snack choice tonight?
Oh, man.
We're way behind.
We're way behind.
Wow.
Roy, good evening, Tony and Joni. We're getting really hit with winter weather. I hear you, Roy. We'll be a while down here before the maple sap starts to run. Love the videos. Don't change. Just work harder. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Oh, for sure. We're in Hillsborough, NB, New Brunswick. Yeah. It's cold here too, Roy. We have been hit by winter here as well. The last few days, it has been brutal.
Yeah.
Jesse and Lisa, the Chelsea show is here now. Iron Board. Hey, how you guys doing?
Nice
that spice blend was amazing on chicken.
Yes.
It's
you
very
guys
good.
got some of that, didn't you, Iron Board?
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Very good. And like I said, I think this batch is even better than what you had.
Yeah. Well, it's the same stuff. There's no difference.
I don't know, Tony. I think you just.
But Iron Board, welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Missed you guys, and they're part of
you.
there's more family there. So they're in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Trev, hey, tapped maple trees last weekend. It was running as we tapped. Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Where are you at, Trev? Remind us again where you're at. Because I know here on the east coast of Nova Scotia, I had somebody send me a message and they tapped some test trees on the east side of Nova Scotia and said that they had some sap running. But I was going to tap some test trees, but honestly, it turned so bitter cold here. I said, I'll just wait till this cold snaps over with. So, Tom, how did the baked potatoes turn out at the campfire?
Oh.
You tell them. Turned out good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You looked like there was something I was supposed to report. Like
no, he asked a question. I'm just trying to get you going here.
I'm trying to not get going.
Yeah. Well, they want to hear you talk. I talk too much.
They were awesome. Very good.
They were. They really were great, Tom. What we did was we double wrapped them in foil and just placed them around the campfire, and they baked perfectly.
They did.
And then I had some venison steaks and we brought them down, and I have a little tripod thing that goes over top the campfire with a little grill on it.
Yep.
And so we just laid those steaks over that. Our batteries went dead in the camera, so we didn't catch that part of it.
Yeah.
But I want you to know those were out of this world.
They were good.
Yeah.
Why
is it food tastes so much better when it's cooked outside like that? It is.
And speaking of the cooking, we will include some little segments of that down at the creek at the cabin.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we filmed one a couple days ago that will be coming up in a couple of videos. We had some breakfast down there.
Oh, it was so good.
It was good.
Yeah, for sure. Bert Dasher, how you doing? We've missed you.
Yeah.
Hello, Big Tony, little Joni. That's about the size of it too. How are things, Bert? Hope all is well there with you. Rebecca, I don't mind seeing a man cook. As a matter of fact, I like to see one cooking in my kitchen.
That's funny.
Rebecca is en route to be MVP again tonight. I see that right now. Oh, my. Surviving Maine on a 20-acre farm. We had 41 mile per hour winds today. I don't know what we had, but they're 90, almost 60. So
90 kilometers. So whatever that would be.
It'd be about 53 to 55 mile per hour winds here today.
Crazy.
It was crazy.
That poor little hand.
Poor little hand. Right. Hidden Spring Farm. When developing my videos, I really try hard not to be influenced by bigger channels. It's tough though, because you want results and you want to do what already works, but I still want to be me.
That's true.
And that's the truth, Hidden Spring Farm, because the thing that we decided, now we want to be educated. We want to be smart about what we're doing. And we want help and advice and all those things from the people that have done this before us. However, the one thing we said we're not going to lose in all of this is who we are.
Right.
And I think that if every person maintains the connection to who they are
Right.
And lets that bleed into your videos,
Mhm.
then people appreciate that
They do.
honesty,
Yep.
the integrity, the realness.
Right.
Because there's not a bit of what we do that's acting. This is who we are.
This is us.
And there's some
Yeah.
days, you guys have seen it. There's days that we are absolutely wore out.
Mhm.
And then there's days we're goofing off so much and singing and dancing around. And then there's days in between those days, but that's who we are.
Mhm.
And so I think it's so true. You have to be true to who you are.
Right. I think it is good to improve and be
Yep.
the best you can be. But yeah,
Yep.
I mean, if we were all the same, what a boring
Yep.
world it would be.
Well, the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. And we always want to improve. That's why we ask all of our viewers, we ask all of our folks, our subscribers, what can we do to make this better?
Mhm.
Because ultimately, without you guys,
Mhm.
there's no us.
But Hidden Springs,
as far as the channel goes.
I want to say that I see, your editing is really doing awesome.
Yep.
I was watching one of the videos and I could see you had switched some things up there, and
Yep.
different
Find what
different
works.
camera angles.
Find what works.
And also I know it's a lot of work, and especially if you're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you're out there setting up the camera and doing all that, and there's so many moving parts, it's a lot of work. And it is easy to just have that camera going at the one angle all the time so you can get your work done.
Yeah. And every, it's like, I look at it like a book. All your books in your library are not the same. Every book takes you on a different journey.
Mhm.
And this is our book. And we have fun doing it. We really do, developing these videos, and we enjoy all of it.
Yeah.
Had you have said to us 10 years ago that we'd be doing this, probably would not have thought that.
No, not at all.
However, through life,
Yeah.
and when life throws you a curveball and things health-wise come along and it totally changes your direction in life, then you have to look at it and go, okay, I can let this defeat me, or we can take this and turn it into some kind of opportunity.
That's right. You can turn
and that's what we did. And
your
then
stumbling blocks into stepping
and I remember when I first sat down to edit that very first video.
Yeah.
We've got over 70 videos now, closing on 80 videos. And I can remember that very first one. I had no clue how to edit a video. I never used editing programs, software in my life. I didn't know any part of it at all. But you just work at it. You work at it. So anyway, I digress. I got to get back here. I'm losing everybody here, talking too much. Hidden Springs farm, surviving Maine on 20-acre farm. It was windy up here yesterday, so he's talking to them. Jesse, I like to see Joni drive that new log bandsaw once you get it. I don't know. I just got her onto the chainsaw and the nailer.
I'll tell you what, Jesse and Lisa, maybe we can just work in some sort of an intro.
Jesse and Lisa, Joni rocks, Tony to sleep.
That's funny. I was chuckling at that.
Hardy har har.
That's cute.
Oh my. Surviving Maine on 20-acre farm. That's pretty stout wind. It is. Yeah, I was worried about the framing I'd done on the sugar shack because I didn't know, I didn't have all my braces in yet and everything, but it looks good. It stood. Bert, Dash, and Rebecca. I love to cook, especially in other people's kitchens. Well, it looks like Bert's heading to Rebecca's.
There you go. There you go.
Mr. Willie Thomas Jefferson, brother-in-law, was handling his financial while he was in office and made bad investments and lost all of his money. Well, that's no fun. So what's the lesson you learned from there? Oh, my. Let's see. Where'd we go? We're
behind.
We'll catch up here in a minute.
I see our other daughter on here.
Rebecca, come on over. I have a great professional kitchen.
Oh,
awesome.
Wow. Look at you.
That would be awesome to go visit for sure. Marshall, and all the laughter is good for the soul. Well, I'm glad you like it, Marshall, because we like to laugh. Jesse and Lisa, the trick to video length is keep us wanting more. So we will want to return the next day or next video.
That's the truth.
That's a good point right there.
That's the truth. So Jesse, you're really politely saying what? As far as the length of our video, are we doing okay?
We're doing good.
Where do we fall in that?
Let's see. We're talking to Rebecca.
Michaela's saying
Michaela, hi buddies. Hey Michaela, how are you?
hon.
That's our other daughter.
Glad to
up
have
in
you on
Amherst.
here. She's a very busy girl. She's studying. She's at a new job, and she's learning all kinds
of stuff in the insurance industry.
Yeah.
She's got to get her licenses.
Well,
and all that
they're
stuff,
a brokerage, so she's got lots of stuff she's got to learn. And so she has online class. She works 40 hours a week, and
she's busy,
but she's here tonight. So thanks, Michaela.
Glad you're joining us. Mr. Willie 95, Chelsea here. So the live stream will be going off the rails. All right. Rebecca, just don't get a snack belt. What do you mean?
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, I hope Amazon does
That is
returns.
cute.
No, I'm just kidding. Look, I've got enough snacks under my belt. I don't need to wear another one. That's for sure. Oh, all right.
So
I won't get a snack belt. Let me see here. Trev, you're in Moncton. Okay. So you're not far from Tom and a few others there. So yeah. Let me see. Michaela, does the tap dancing count? I'm thinking of Creekside Maples music video, tap maples and tap dancing.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there. Well, let me see what I can put together there. I'll have to
right.
drive some spikes or something into the bottom of my work boots just to make the tap noise there for you. We'll see what we can do.
You can do it.
Did the baked potatoes have the sizzle? Look, Mr. Willie, they were sizzling. The steak was sizzling. Everything was sizzling.
Oh, they were smoking.
Smoking hot. Your videos are the right length. Gail can get the dishes done while I'm watching.
Aren't you funny? So in other words, you don't help with the dishes.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
Oh my. Rebecca's talking to Tom. Roy, hey, the wood chain's not behind you. How many weeks has that been gone?
There you go.
Well,
it's been gone a while.
Anybody know how many weeks the wooden chain's been gone?
They'd have to go back through.
Yeah. Take a guess. Then we'll tell you. MBF, hey guys.
Good evening.
Did you get your hot water all solved up there? They've had an awful time trying to get their water problem solved up there, and they picked the coldest day to do it.
Yeah.
So I hope it all worked out for you guys.
That's right.
Chelsea, no snacks yet. We just finished chicken penne Alfredo and garlic bread for supper. Well, look at you go, girl. Italian tonight, huh? Bert, when life throws me a curveball, I go to the batting cages to practice hitting curveballs. There you go.
That's right. That's the attitude.
That needs to be on a hat or on a t-shirt right there.
Bumpa sticker.
Chelsea Stoddard. I'm busy too.
You are, Chelsea. Yes. And I knew when I was bragging on your sister, I said to myself, Chelsea's going to be
Don't worry, Chelsea. We love you both.
We do. You guys know that. We love you even equal. It's just you've been here every time, Chelsea, and the people know you now. And
MVF, most of the snacks are above the belt. Oh, tell me about it. They're above the belt right there. Hokey. Oh, since this shoulder surgery and everything, I put on more weight. I've got to start. Someone's shrinking all my clothes. It's awful. The financial industry is a tough industry. Yeah, it is. I imagine it is. And she's just getting into this stuff. So she's been studying really hard, Rebecca, there for what, a month?
Yeah,
month and a half.
It's insurance that she's in.
Insurance and all. But I'm sure they handle all kinds of investments.
They
and all
take
that
your
stuff,
money.
So
right?
yeah. Hey, Gary.
Good evening.
Cheers from Alberta. Back at you.
Yeah.
How are things in Alberta? There? Is it as cold in Alberta as it is here? And we're about minus 25, I think, tonight.
Probably colder.
So how's the weather there? Fisherman 506. My nephew started to tap trees Monday. He's getting about 3 liters a tree before this storm down here. Yeah, and people were getting some good sap there for a couple of days. But then it froze up. So, I looked at that and I thought, you know what? I still got so much to do. The evaporator's not set in place yet. I don't have my preheater hooked up again or anything. So we're just kind of focusing, on that. But honestly, we haven't been able to work outside. The weather's been horrible.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. We'll get there. Rebecca, I suppose y'all got the snack belt innuendo. Well, you guys can see us, but we can't see you. So I don't know. I just know my stomach.
I wish we could see you guys.
Yeah. Chelsea Stoddard, I heard I missed a few things about Mom's cooking. Just kidding. She's so talented.
I kept you fed, didn't I?
And Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah, let's leave it at that. She'll have a comeback. Don't you worry.
Oh, for sure. Let me see here. Rebecca, 2, I think. I think Jesse, you could also consider some snack suspenders. There you go. I'm sure you'll make the snacks stretch out throughout the day. Well, hey, Jesse, that reminds me. Remember the hats? You could get a hat, and you had 2 cup holders on either side.
A hydration hat.
And then the straw that came down around. And then you could, you can get a drink anytime you want. So I could have like a hot cocoa on this side, and then I could put a coffee on this side, so that when I'm working on those cold days, I'd share it with her. She could have one side of the hat and I'd have the other.
That's like the grown-up sippy cup.
The grown-up sippy cup. There you go.
Our
Michaela,
girls are having fun chatting.
Yeah, Chelsea says, Michaela says, Chelsea not as busy as me, and let the games begin. The fight is on.
Oh, good Lord.
Chelsea says, listen here, sissy. And Michaela comes back with what?
Our girls are 4 years apart. And we'll just leave it at that.
Oh, they get along
They
fine.
do get along. They do. They get along excellent.
Let me see. It jumps so quick. MBF, all water components are inside and good to go. Awesome.
Good.
Awesome. And did you have to, I think you mentioned you had to get a new water heater. Did you have to get one of those and all that stuff? How'd that all work out? I know.
Yeah, because you've got that nice new flooring now.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Right?
but they're putting it in Sam's room. I believe they built a little closet in there. So
they are.
Well, that'll look good in there. It's nice to have it inside, though, so you don't have to go outside and contend with all that stuff outdoors. That's hard. And then when it's this cold and it's outside, pipes freeze. It happens. So, Chelsea, let's not duke it out on the live stream. Amen, sister. I'm a busy little bee. 5-star property. Hello, I'm here. Didn't realize you're live. Was watching one of your rerun live vids while let me see.
On his truck.
Waxing truck in the shop. Okay.
A waxing. I said waiting.
I was trying to figure out what you were waxing. So
we better leave that alone.
Yeah. You're waxing what in the truck? Hey, how you doing, 5-star?
Yeah.
I imagine you've been pretty busy as well with all this winter weather.
That's right.
Hope all is well for you guys. Chelsea said, I'm dedicated. Yeah. Roy, MBF, as you get older, the snacks keep pushing the belt down further. That's the truth. I used to know my belt was hitched up and locked in place. Now I just got to assume that it's hooked. Michaela, bring insurance to Canada. There you go. Because Canada's never had insurance, Michaela. Chelsea, you guys behave yourselves. Even on live stream, we got to discipline our kids. Isn't that awful? Jesse and Lisa, 45 minutes seems to be a good length for videos, especially with as many subscriptions we have. Well,
oh my word, seriously?
Well, we're trying to keep ours.
We've ever put out a 45-minute video.
No, we've done 32, 35, but we try to keep them. I really try to shoot for that 20-minute to 30-minute, especially doing what we're doing right now, because it is really tough to fit any kind of build stuff into just a short little
because as it is, as you guys know that have channels that are on here, you take hours of footage and you cut and edit and cut and condense
hours of
down.
Footage. Yeah. The other day, I gotta tell you, we have 2 cameras we film with, the GoPro, which is 4K, which is really nice and easy to work with. You just set it up, change its position here and there. But she walks around a little bit with the other camera, and you saw that. But the other day she took 92 clips.
I can hear Jeremy saying,
What?
What?
Jeremy, MBF, you understand what I'm saying when I say she took 92 different clips. Do you know how much editing that was?
That was too much. So then I broke it down. I think the next time I only did 60 something.
60,
and I've been condensing down.
So
I did go a little crazy.
We had a little talk, and so
there was just so much to see that day. I just wanted to document it all, and and I love nature.
Right, Mr. Willie. There was a kid who always had dinner with his family, and his friend's mom asked why you always eat at our house, and the boy said, I have my mom cooking, and mom said, you can eat with us. Well, there, he tried his mother's cooking. All right, Mr. Willie. Gary Tucker, it's actually nice this week. Calls for plus 14 on Friday. Well, lucky you.
Wow.
I wish it was plus 14 here, but it is not.
We're not going to see that for a while.
Rebecca, all the series 7, 63, 65, and 24 are difficult. Not sure if SEC laws are similar there. I really don't know, Rebecca. I know she's just cramming, studying hard for this first round of testing and all that. So, she'll do fine.
Oh, she will.
It's just a lot of work. Yep.
She's got that young, fresh brain.
Yes.
Don't we all wish we had it?
Hunter One, I love your channel. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Glad you're back here with us.
Yeah.
Michaela, very much, Mom. I think she said thank you very much,
I'm not
Mom.
sure what she's reaffirming me on, but thanks, Michaela.
Let me see here. Oh, missed.
Oh, we're way behind.
Oh,
goodness.
Okay,
we'll try
Rebecca.
not to talk
it was
so
about
much.
A decent channel that bought into a bad idea and I think ruined their channel. Okay, I see that. Yeah, that can happen. That can happen. You got to stay true to yourself.
You do.
Stay true to the facts and be real.
Because people will pick up real fast.
Yep.
No pun intended.
And our story is our story.
That's right.
And someone else's is their story.
Yeah.
And if they want to tell it their way, they tell it their way. We'll tell ours our way. And it's just the way it is. Surviving Maine on a 20-acre farm. It seems that extra weight comes with love and contentment. Well, that could be. Because I'm very much in love and very contented. And I think every day I have to get a bigger belt.
Dear, you're cute.
Mr. Willie 95, remember everyone that a roast doesn't cook on the stove.
Oh,
you didn't forget that, did you, Mr. Willie?
Yeah, you're resurrecting old stuff.
Yeah.
What's that Randy Travis song, Digging Up Bones?
Digging up bones, I'm digging up bones.
There you go. Keep
Doing things is better left alone.
Keep going.
That's my Randy Travis, folks.
He does pretty good.
MVF, LOL, Roy. Michaela, is that a new hat, Dad? This hat came all the way from Bert Dasher from Carolina.
Yes.
Send it to me. That is a nice new hat. Love it. MBF, we now have an electric water tank inside as we don't want the propane heated water tank in Sam's room. Good call. We will frame it in and make it pretty for Sam. For sure. For sure.
Good.
Awesome. I'm glad that worked out for you guys.
Paint it in some chalk paint and she can have fun.
That's
fun
it.
Doodling.
Yeah. Paint chalk paint on that little built-in area there to cover it, and she'll have fun doodling on it.
Right.
But anyhow, glad that all worked out for you guys. There's nothing worse than losing water on a cold day. Well, it's not fun losing your water any day, especially on a cold day. You see MBF. Oh, Rebecca's talking to MBF. We're putting in a generator. Okay. And if I can help at all as well, Rebecca, I've installed, I don't know how many generators. So if I know MBF can get you pointed in the right direction, but if you have any questions, I don't mind to help either. So Michaela, it must be windy there. It blew ships all the way from the harbor to your living room. It did, Michaela. The worst part is when they came through the wall. But they're just small ships. So
yeah, tiny ships.
Tiny ships. They haul those tiny homes, tiny houses. Yeah. Michaela, Chelsea, is everyone taking a look at the Creekside Maples merch shop? Let me know what you like to see next. I'm taking design ideas.
She is, and she's working on some new stuff. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Chelsea. So have you guys been over there?
Gary Tucker waxing the dimples right off her. Hey, you know what they say? Wax on, wax off.
That's funny.
Anybody remember that movie? Bert Desher, I found out a Camelback water bladder will hold hot tea or coffee or Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola. That gives you a whole gallon of refreshment on your back with a long sippy straw attached. Hey!
You have one of those Camelbacks.
That'll keep you warm. Yes. I got
You
2
do?
or 3 of them yet in my camping gear.
Your camping gear. My, where he's
Let's not talk about the camping gear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bruce, well, hi guys. Walls are looking great. Had 5 inches of rain in Kentucky this weekend. Wow. Guess we'll start growing rice and ducks.
Wow.
5 inches of rain.
That's
crazy.
A lot.
Well, must have warmed up in Kentucky. That's good. Glad to see you on here, Bruce. Hope all is well. 5-star property. Actually, we haven't had snow now in 2 weeks. Been having early spring weather. 30s at night, 40s during the day. Wow. We haven't had that.
Nope.
Like right now, when I stepped out this morning and walked down, like I said, to the Sugar Shack, and a gust of wind came, and I couldn't even breathe in. It was so cold. So, but anyway, yeah, we'll warm up here in a few days. Rebecca, I like the 20 to 30 minutes. Well, that's good. I'm glad that seems to be working.
Good.
MBF, 92 clips, 70 unused. Yeah. Guess what? Right. Yeah, we said that because out of 92 clips, I used 33. There you go. And some of those are just small pieces of them. But you know what? She's fine. So that's all.
Well, they weren't all bad. They just weren't all relevant.
No, like a squirrel or.
That's right. I do get distracted.
You get distracted, yeah. We won't go there.
I could film so much more that I don't.
Oh, don't. Please,
don't. I rein myself in.
You rein?
Yeah.
Okay. The Texas storm gave me a bit of worries. Yeah, we had a storm blow through here, Rebecca. Back last year, 2020 in the spring. Of course, I'm an electrician by trade, so I spent probably 3 months, and all I did for 3 months was put in generators.
I actually was thinking that when Rebecca mentioned generators.
Put in generators and generator panels and all that stuff, because we tried to order them and could not order them, couldn't get them because, you'd get 3 or 4 of them and then you got to wait forever to get more because they're all sold out everywhere. But there's nothing wrong. We have a generator here. It's good to have a generator because then you can relax. You don't have to worry about stuff that much when you have a generator, when you can just go and hit the key for start or pull it to start and your house runs.
You missed some comments there.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Way up to the top.
Oh.
Right there.
How did I miss all those?
I don't know.
Okay, Jesse and Lisa, 45 minutes will flip up quick when you start putting Joni in the kitchen showing us how to use those 11 herbs and spices. Or when she shows us how many ways to use Crisco.
Lard.
Well, we'll get her in the kitchen doing some stuff. But hey, guys, if she does a cooking show, guys, these ladies on here are faithful to watch all the men's stuff. So now when the girls are on cooking, you guys still got to watch the cooking shows.
They don't have to, dear. They may not be their thing.
Chelsea, here's the shop link for any newcomers. Thanks, Chelsea. Bert Dasher, MBF in the house. Mr. Willie, sorry about the joke. It was a fail. Don't worry about it. You tried. Oops, 92 clips, 70 unusable, 10 with no sound, 3 worth actually using. Got to watch every single one of them, though, to find the 3 you can actually use. 3 hours worth of footage, 3 minutes make the cut.
That's right.
You got her, man. You got her. And that is the truth.
Yep.
Oh, man, you sit and you go cross-eyed, and you look at them going, why was that ever filmed?
Tony's got his notepad out, and he's making all these notes, and then he's watching, and then he's crossing off, and then he checks his notes, he watches.
Like, how many times you got to show that? It's the same
Well,
board.
No, you sometimes
15 different ways.
No, it's all about the angles too.
Easy.
All righty.
MBF. Hey, you're talking to Bert Dasher. Back at you, Chelsea. Mr. Willie. I'm glad you appreciate the roast in the pan story. That was just a roast
funny.
in the pan. It was. Let me see. We keep losing. It jumps so quick on us here.
Yeah. It's the wind.
Mr. Willie. Yeah, it's the wind.
The wind.
Being yourself, does that mean changing your name like Tony? Come on, your real name is Phil Collins. It is not Tony. I just saw that, Mr. Willie. And okay, yeah. Hello, it's Phil Collins here.
Well, you just did a good Randy Travis.
There you go. Rebecca, the Texas. Oh, yes. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Mr. Willie. Chelsea, there's no way I can forget that roast story because that is something you can't forget.
That's true.
That's the truth. I walked in on it. It was awful. Chelsea Stoddard, it's so windy here. I couldn't even see and almost walked to the wrong car in the Costco parking lot. Oh my word. That would have been funny. You did that.
Tony.
Got to tell the story.
Here, she was many years ago.
Back in high school, her dad always picked her up at school. And so he's in the parking lot waiting on her to come out. So she comes out, she's in a tither about something, yanks open the car door, hops in the back seat, closes the door, and just sits there. Car doesn't move. And my wife says, "Are you just going to sit here or are we going to go home?" And then she looks up at it, and the driver, she's in the wrong car. It wasn't even her father.
So my dad is in the lineup, a few vehicles.
Laughing his head off.
Just seeing the whole thing play out.
So she has a lot of funny stories.
A lot.
Gary Tucker, so windy, you got to grease the whirly birds on the roof. There you go. It is windy, I'll tell you that. It is 45 in my town in North Carolina. Well, it is not 45 here at all. I wish it was.
Rebecca would love some lard.
Well, let me see here.
I actually want to render down my own lard. Have you ever done that, Rebecca?
You're just going to cut it off?
Speaking of snack belts.
We would rather use pig lard or something, but if you want to use your own lard. Good Lord, what are you doing?
That'd be a video.
What are you doing? All rendering.
Anyway, Rebecca, you probably know about that if you grew up on a farm. Probably your mother did that. But anyway, I want to do that one of these days. If we ever raise pigs or something. Yep, leaf lard.
Raise pigs?
Hmm?
No, we raised 2 kids. We got them off to college. I'm not going to go back and raise pigs and send them to school either. Bert Dasher, that Texas storm held up my generator shipment in California for 2 weeks. I went without power for 2 days in South Carolina because of it. We got snow and ice too. Well, that's no fun, that's for sure. Wow. I know it was tough to find generators up here for a long time. Very tough. Gary Tucker. Wait, Tony, you're an electrician?
Yes.
Wow. We definitely have a couple side jobs for you in the spring here. We'll trade bricklaying or lumber or fresh bills off the old press. There you go. Yes, and that's the biggest thing for me right now. That's why this shoulder has become such a troublesome deal for me, because electrically, a lot of the work you're doing is overhead. Mm-hmm. And, you got to hold up a panel and all that stuff. And I can't do any of that with this shoulder. And so it has crippled me basically to do any of that stuff. And that's why we've had to change so much of what we do, simply because we can't do what we used to do. But we'll just see. Hopefully they'll get it fixed here some way, somehow, someday. Jesse, my wife gets a kick out of Tony cracking himself up. The laughter is infectious. Well, you know what, Jesse?
He does.
Some of these jokes.
I'm glad someone has
most of these jokes, it's the first time I've heard them too. So I got to laugh. Rebecca. Okay, she's talking to Bert. Shane, right. Okay, Chelsea. Jesse and Lisa, it sure is. My sister and I had to be, where'd they go? Had to be on antibiotics most of our childhood because Dad's laugh was so contagious.
That's a good one, Chelsea.
Ha, ha,
That's a good
ha,
one.
ha. Bert Dasher, I finally got it yesterday. I'll be ready for the next one, or the next tornado or hurricane this spring or summer. Well, that's good. How big of a generator did you get, Bert? Hey,
Excuse
stop
me. I gotta.
it. Yeah, the dog has to. She just woke up and needs to go. Rebecca, we rendered lard at home. It's pretty easy. That's what they say. We've watched that. Some folks do that. So we're hoping to do some of that because we love cooking with lard. But she hasn't done any of that yet. But maybe that'll be a good video. Chelsea, Bella had decided to make an appearance. Yes, she has. They've actually been doing pretty good lately. Rebecca, bartering will be an old thing renewed. Amen to that, Rebecca. That is the truth. We're starting to see that up here. We trade stuff back and forth with different folks. We have free range chickens and eggs and maple syrup and stuff. So, we see trades going on already. And, quart of wood for something out, whatever. But, and I think those things are good. I really do. Chelsea, I love that she's wearing her sweater for the live. Yes, Bella has her sweater on. She wanted to dress up. Bella went all out for tonight. She did. Yeah, Mr. Willie. One time at church, I got in the wrong car, and my ride walk over to the car, and my ride said, you're in the wrong car. Well, there's nothing you can do about those times. Let me see here. Boop, 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 boop. Rebecca, which one did you buy? Okay, talking to Bert. Yeah, Bert, what kind of generator did you get? I know generally you need about an 8 to 10,000 watt generator just to run your house. Gary Tucker, I just need your knowledge. You can sit there and look pretty. I'll do the hard stuff, old buddy. All righty, no problem. Bert, you're right with that, Rebecca. I'm a neighbor. We'll eventually, neighbors again too. Yeah. And that's the truth. Talking there with Bert and Rebecca there, they're talking about getting back to trading. I think those are great times.
Absolutely.
When you used to be able to knock on your neighbor's door for a cup of sugar and trade them, half a pound of butter or something like that.
Even just basically to know your neighbor, right?
Yeah, because we've gotten so disconnected.
Yeah.
I know when we moved here, I grew up in this area. But when I moved back here, there's so many new people that I don't even know who they are. And a lot of times they don't want you to know who they are.
Some people don't.
Some people don't. So, I really like that whole idea of bartering and trading and getting to know people again. I miss those old times when we used to do all of those things. And I can remember the old card parties they used to have at the town Legion or Hall or whatever, and all that stuff. And then you'd have the food auctions at the church, and neighborhoods got together, and those things were fun.
Well, you look at all the older homes, they had the front porches.
Yeah.
And people sat out on them, and the neighbors, that was their entertainment, that was their social time.
Yeah, for sure. So where we at? MBF Sam likes the dog's sweater. Oh, well, go get her so Sam can take a look at her.
She'll probably come back.
She'll be back. You tell Sam Bella will be back over in a minute after she wanders around there for a bit. That's her cold weather sweater. Here she comes. Here, Belle.
Bella's our oldest dog.
She's 12.
She's 12.
Hey, Belle. You gonna get her?
If she comes over, I'll
she's right here.
Gonna do.
Yeah. Pick her up.
Yeah,
all right.
Come here, Belle.
Come here, Belle.
Mr. Willie says 11 spicy plus sizzle.
Here you go, Sam. There you go. There's Bella in her sweater.
She's got little pom-poms on them.
Yeah. She's modeling her sweater. And you can buy one of these in the merch. No. No. This is old Belle.
Yep.
She's been with us a long time. Yeah.
She does not like the wind.
Not at all. She has a lot of anxiety in the windstorms. She has separation anxiety, wind anxiety,
Well, we lived in
late for supper
we
anxiety.
lived in Tornado
I got
Alley.
a piece anxiety. The dog's barking anxiety. Mr. Willie, 11 spicy plus sizzle. There you go. Chelsea, one time I almost walked into a building renovation company to get a bagel for breakfast. Now that was embarrassing. Good thing I Googled it first. The name was misleading. Yeah, I heard that story, Chelsea, not too long ago.
Funny.
Jesse, JT, you missed a good opportunity for the sisters, Michaela and McKelsey. There you go.
Yeah.
Michaela and McKelsey. That would be, then they'd be fighting over their names. I had the MY first. Bert, I got the biggest Jackery power generator you can get with solar panels and a power inverter that I can recharge and power from my Jeep if I need to. I just didn't want to have to hoard and store fuel. Boy, you got a beast of one, that's for sure. Those ones that you can recharge those things with solar, those are cool generators for sure. Gary Tucker, CSA, community supported agriculture goes a long ways. It's a great social aspect to get to know your local growers, hobby farmers, and be part of the community at the same time. That's for sure. They have flea markets here, but they've all been closed down for COVID. So, you know, that really messes you up when you want to market garden and all those things. Joni had to go look after that dog again. Sorry about that. MBF. Sam loves it. Yeah. Well, thank you, Sam. She loves her sweater too. She likes wearing it. She never takes that thing off in cold weather. 5-star property service. I occasionally barter, but most of the times it's for services such as mechanic work if I don't want to do the work or I'm too busy. But other than that, I'm not one for doing lots of bartering. And sometimes you can't. And that's the thing, you still have to make a living and you still have to pay the bills. So you have to, there's a line there where you know what you can do and what you can't do. And it's all good. Mr. Willie, one time I was at IHOP and opened the emergency door by mistake and the alarm went off. You just sound like you're having fun, Mr. Willie, for sure. Lots of things going on in your world. But they're building some competition for IHOP. They're going to call it Eileen. There's one for you, Mr. Willie. I miss IHOP. We used to eat at IHOP quite a bit. I like their pancakes. All of that stuff was good. But anyway, yeah, everybody, I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. Roy Clemo, we have a big cat that has wind anxiety. He will not leave my wife's side when the wind blows. Weird cat. Yeah, well, that's the way Bella is here with my wife. When the wind gets blowing like it has in the last couple of days, Bella won't leave her side. So we have a big heavy weighted blanket and we have to wrap her up in the blanket and sit with her. And we have calming tablets that we give to her. Now I'm talking about the dog, not my wife. Oh, heavens. Oh, for sure. Mr. Willie, you're laughing at me. I can tell. Chelsea, there's an IHOP in Moncton. I did not know that, Chelsea. Have you been there? Where at is that in Moncton? Because I know Moncton. I didn't know there was one there. Bert Dasher, I ordered Joni a woman's small cold weather coveralls, but shipments are not crossing the border right now. If you want, I'll trade them for the summer weight Carhartts. Well, thank you, Bert. We appreciate that so much. I don't know. I'll ask her what she wants to do, but hey, we certainly appreciate that. The Carhartts she wears now are so big for her. Poor girl. And I don't know. It is what it is. But I know getting stuff across the border right now is crazy. And someone told me last week they had the military at the border or something, starting to use the military to police the borders, and they're setting up more stringent testing and all that. Has anyone heard about that? someone told me that was going on. So Bert Dasher said, he said, I ordered Joni a woman's small cold weather coveralls, but shipments are not crossing the border right now.
Oh my goodness.
So he
really?
said, if you want, I'll trade them for the summer weight cards, whichever ones you want. So you want the insulated or summer?
Yeah, the insulated,
The insulated.
for sure. But my
Yeah,
goodness, you
'cause
didn't
Bert-
have to do that.
That's what I said. But Bert, her summer doesn't start till the end of August.
Oh my word. Thank you so much.
Gary Tucker, I hop, I drink, I fall down. There you go. Chelsea, I've been there. Really? Rebecca, I heard alcoholic beverages are good for bartering. My thought on that, if it comes to bartering for food, I'll be drinking the alcohol and will be the last thing to be traded. There you go. Gotta have that that nice red wine, Rebecca. I know a lot of people like that stuff. The dogs out there, the other dogs walking around there. Chelsea Stoddard, it's close to the Magnetic Hill area by the casino. Okay, well, kind of sticks to you. Magnetic Hill, did you get that?
I did.
Roy, Joni, take your pill to calm your sizzle anxiety. Mr. Willie, I thought that those calming tablets were for you, Tony. No, I'm pretty good. No, as long as I can get 5-6 hours of sleep at night and have a coffee in the morning, I'm good to go. I'm pretty well, I don't know. I keep going anyway. MBF, what's the YouTube symbol behind you made of? Well, to be honest, I took that and I found a piece of oak. And then I took my pocket knife one day when I had nothing else to do, and I whittled that piece of oak. And then I took the dye from wild strawberries and I squashed them and made paint. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. To be quite honest, I just printed that on a piece of paper. They didn't send me one, so after we get monetized and everything, so I guess you have to get the 10,000, and we didn't know it. But anyway, that's what that's made out of, Jeremy. Nothing big. Rebecca, you're the best. Bert Dasher. Military is on both sides of the border. Okay. I did not know that. I heard about them, being parked there, but I didn't know it was both sides. So yeah. Jesse and Lisa, we have a dog that is my wife's shadow, a true lap dog, Min Pin. Only the wife is more spoiled. There you go.
Min Pin, that's adorable.
What's a Min Pin? I sat on a Min Pin one time. Man, I jumped up fast.
You don't know what a Min Pin?
Oh, I thought it was
Miniature
a small.
Doberman.
A Min Pin. A miniature pincer Doberman.
I'm trying to make her a bed on the floor.
My mother told me, MBF, about the military thing, but she's on top of all the latest news.
She is.
Well, I heard about it, but I didn't know if it was true fact or fiction or what was going on. We don't hear much of anything, and we just kind of hang out and do our thing. Rebecca, there you go, Rebecca. Cheers. I'm drinking the hard stuff tonight. Clear, cold water.
Oh, good Lord. I'm going to go need to take a calming tablet, I think.
Chelsea said, I was saying I've been to the IHOP. Ha ha, not the drinking situation. Rebecca, Joni is the best. She is, and she's trying to. This dog, sometimes she does well, and then other nights, she just goes absolutely nuts.
Well, the wind is ridiculous. Lay down now. I've got this futon pulled right up by us.
Yeah, she won't. She'll want you to hold her.
She won't settle.
Yeah. Anyway, Bert Dasher, seriously, get vegetable seeds to grow or trade. You'll not go hungry unless you're lazy. That's the truth. That's the truth. We we grew a lot of our our garden is a huge garden, so we saved seeds from last year. So this year we won't hardly have to buy a whole lot of seeds because we've got them dried and saved and ready to plant.
Yep, we
MBF, nice whittling. Yeah, right. Made a good story. You need 100,000 for the play button. Okay, I didn't know that. You guys will be getting there soon, but we won't be for a while. Hopefully someday.
will.
But we'll get there. But yeah, that's how we got that. And honestly, we're looking for something to put up over there, Jeremy, and I printed it off just as a subscribe reminder. Mr. Willie 95, Joni is the sizzle behind the greatness of Tony and Creekside Maple. She truly is. She truly is. MBF, just because my mother told me doesn't mean it is accurate information. We wouldn't know a darn thing in the news if it weren't for her random messages, news related. I hear that.
That's funny.
I gave up listening to the news because it was so depressing and all that stuff. So I just quit listening to it, and what's going to happen happened. So let me see here. You can see Bella is having an awful struggle. What's her deal?
I don't know.
Put her outside. It's cold enough. She'll stiffen up, maybe quit barking. Gary Tucker, any seeds you need or have trouble finding, let me know, and I'll get extras if I can and bring with me. All right, Gary, that's good to know. Very good to know. Because there are some stuff that we will be needing, and that it's hard to find anything mail order. You can't get it shipped to you. It's 3, 4, 5 weeks getting the simplest thing. 5-star property service. 25 years ago, IHOP was the after bar scene. Now I have no clue. I'm sleeping by midnight on normal nights. Okay. I did not know IHOP has been around that long, so I guess they have. Chelsea, I feel like Mom and Bella are having their own show right now. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. I know she's coming back here. Just Bella she gets very ridiculous, and then she just, I don't know, she gets going crazy and barking, and there's nothing you can do to settle her. Nothing. She just will not quit. But Joni will be right back here in a minute. Let me see. MBF, it's a nice touch in the background. Yeah. I don't know if you're joking or you're serious. Chelsea, Mom looks like she's trying to land a gator. Yeah, that Bella can squirm. And the crazy dog won't let us clip her nails. She'll rather chew them off. And so her nails are like hypodermic needles. The dogs, not my wife's, the dogs.
Oh, man.
MVF, I call one of my stuffies Bella Sam. Okay.
Oh,
well, that's cute. Well, we'll have to see if we can find another Bella sweater and send it to Sam for one of her stuffies. Bert, hey, Tony, minimum wage is going up to $15 an hour. Give Joni her raise. If I can afford it. But seriously, Bert, is that going to pass? Like they are going to set it to 15? I was just curious because I knew there was a lot of opposition to that. Rebecca, laughing at Sam. Roy, we would have starved to death if we had to eat what I grew in my garden last year. Terrible garden year for us. I think I need some natural animal fertilizer. Was envious of Maple Creek Garden. Well, it grew good. We had a huge garden, and this year we're actually growing a larger garden because we sold a lot of stuff last year, and we've got people that have come on board here in the area that want to buy more stuff. So we're going to make it even larger this year. So lots of work.
Yeah, we still have potatoes and turnip and squash.
Yeah, we have not had to buy any vegetables at all for over a year now.
I just take my basket and I go to the basement.
Yeah, get down in the refrigerator.
Yeah,
we have a good cold room down there.
Yeah, I mean, if possible, make your own grocery store. That's what we've done.
It is. It's good, and beets and everything we need.
Yeah.
Almost every meal we eat.
We eat beets every meal.
Yeah, almost every meal we eat though. None of it has come from stores. Almost every meal is right here from the land, and we love that because you know what you're getting.
Yeah,
it's healthy for you. All those good things. Yep. So, Eric Cartwright, hey guys, I'm late again. That's all right, Eric. At least you're here. How you doing?
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for coming on. MBF homesteading. Again, see that wink, wink. Gary Tucker. Stores here, big box and farming supply have a decent selection as it's early here yet and just starting getting seeds on the shelf. But no, and I'll get them this week. Well, that's awesome. There's one big store. I'm sorry, dear. Now Harley's got to go out. There's one big place up in Quebec that we get a lot of our garden stuff from. But last year we couldn't get anything from them because of COVID. They were totally sold out. Rebecca, it's in a mega bill that includes a lot of other stuff. Yeah, I heard that, Rebecca. Curious whether or not it'll pass, but we'll see. You know what Bert says, you know what happens when they go to 15 an hour? Your hours will be cut in half. And that is the truth. Because I think it was the last term that Obama was in. They were having the same discussion and the same stuff was going on and up in the minimum wage and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden people that were working 40 hours a week are now working 20. Because there's only so much money at the end of the week to go around. And so, do I think a person should be paid a fair wage? I sure do. But you have to look at the whole scenario and try to figure out what works for everybody too, which is sometimes very difficult to do. 5-star property, the minimum wage thing is part of this stimulus package unless they tear it apart in the vote process. Yeah, I heard that all that debate was going on. I'll tell you what, it's going to be interesting. The next 4 years in the U.S., it's going to be interesting to see what takes place. Rebecca, as a kid, we kept a salt shaker at the end of the tomato row in the garden. There you go. Hey, Rebecca, that reminds me. We used to remember, you just take a cucumber and just eat it right just like that. Pick it up out of the garden, wash it off a little bit, get the salt shaker, and you just eat the whole cucumber. That and carrots and just pull everything you wanted right out of the garden. It was so good. It really was. Canada 752. Hi guys from Montreal. Hello Montreal. How's everybody? Canada 752. How you doing?
I got some new people joining us.
Canada 752 from Montreal. We're so glad you're here with us.
Good.
And I hope you're enjoying the live stream. You just by coming on, you just made it better. Thank you so much. Mr. Willie 95 is the cold room code for the place where Joni sends Tony when he gets in trouble. No, Mr. Willie, that'd be called the doghouse. Gary, quality of food, grow your own. It doesn't get better, and that's the truth. And even all the meat. I mean, I know, of course, Jeremy and Ashley, MBF, they have deer there and moose and bear and we have no moose here, but we have bear. We got a good bear this year and deer and all that. And, you grow your own hogs and grass feed your own beef, and then you butcher your own beef, and all of it is good stuff. And then you know what you've got going into your system.
That's right.
MBF, well, we're going to bugger off. Have a great night. Well, all right, you then. Bugger off. No, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy that new hot water heater. I'm glad you got it all fixed. You guys take care at MBF. We'll be talking to you soon. Rebecca Stanley, we ate from the garden as kids. Yeah, we did.
Those sugar snap peas.
Oh
they're
my.
The best.
Yep, they're so good.
They're the best.
Yep. Raw veggies, and they're good for you. You're right, Rebecca. What was your favorite, Rebecca? What was your favorite raw veggie? Now, I love the tomatoes. The yellow tomatoes are awesome. And I love the cucumbers. I'm trying to think what else we would just go and pick. Carrots. I love pulling a good carrot. All those good. Oh, yeah, that was good stuff. Eric, he said, I'm good. Eric Cartwright, finally get to work in the garden. All right. Well, I wish we could. I'm envious.
Where are you located?
Yeah. Our garden won't start till probably end of April. Probably we'll start getting it ready.
Tilling,
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of work to do and getting stuff started. And we don't have a greenhouse yet. We'd love to have one. I've got the framework for a greenhouse, but I don't have the greenhouse. They don't have it finished. So Roy, yes, Rebecca Stanley. We used to keep an old rag at the garden gate to wipe off our veggies for fresh eating, carrots, etc.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way.
Yep.
That's the best way. Um, Canada 752. Where are you guys? We are in Nova Scotia. That's where we're at. Bert Dasher. We used to plug the watermelons and ice peaches. Our punishment for getting caught was shaking the pecan tree and collecting them by hand. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That'd be a lot of work. You gotta pick all of them up. But I'll tell you what, peaches are awesome.
Yes,
My
they
favorite jelly is peach jelly.
Mhm.
Absolutely love peach jelly. My grandmother grew peaches and all that fruit on her farm, and we'd go down there of a summer and just load up on all kinds of pears and apples and peaches and plums and berries, you name it. Rebecca, tomatoes and potatoes.
That's her favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you, tomatoes and potatoes, I've got to say, I can put a pile of those things away. I love them. Nothing better than good old potatoes. Good baked potato. Gary Tucker, we hunt and butcher all of our own. Moose, deer, elk, raise our chickens, turkeys. Have a huge garden that we just sold with the house. Well,
wow.
Now you got to do that all over again.
Yeah.
But the good thing here is that you can raise all that stuff here too. So we did meat chickens last year, and we're going to be doing more this year. We're also going to sell some. We've got some interesting things we're going to do. We're going to build a really nice area to do our chicken butchering and all that in. So that's going to be fun. We'll show you all that stuff in time to come. Mr. Willie, I love raw carrots and tomatoes. They are so good. We used to take those tomatoes, just slice them up on a plate, sprinkle a little salt and sugar over them. Oh, we'd make a meal just off of sliced tomatoes.
I've never had tomatoes and sugar, but
that's so good.
Tony likes it.
Yeah. Jesse, sweet corn on the cob and snap peas are my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I love that.
We grew some good corn.
Yeah, peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream.
Yeah.
Didn't you do 2 kinds this year? Last year?
Yeah, I done 2 kinds last year. Came up good. So the raccoons get in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all good stuff. Sweet corn I love sweet corn. Rebecca, we could get into trouble for digging into potatoes. Yeah. And the thing around here for potatoes, there's no need to go without good potatoes here because I grow our own, but there's a lot of potato fields around us, farmers and stuff. That's Harley over there. He's got his toy. He wants to come over. And so once they dig the potato fields, they don't mind you going in there with buckets and stuff. And you can pick up 100, 200 pounds of potatoes in just a few short minutes with a couple of buckets and a couple of people. So we also do that sometimes, and we give them away to help people out. So Eric Cartwright, Eastern North Carolina. Okay. Well, that's why you can get in the garden then. Gary Tucker, I got yellow beefsteak tomatoes coming with me too, Tony. They're delicious. They are. I would take a yellow tomato any day over the reds, I think. I absolutely love them. And then we plant a lot of sauce tomatoes, paste tomatoes, because we make all of our own barbecue sauce, our own like ketchup, our own spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce. We make all of that ourselves right here, and so we need a lot of tomatoes. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to double the amount of sauce tomatoes this year that I planted last year. What do you think? Welcome back.
Yeah.
We're sorry about these dogs tonight.
Sorry.
They're crazy.
That. But yeah, we definitely need more tomatoes, more sauce.
Let me see here. Oh. Yeah, Roy. Yes, Johnny, I still eat my snap peas out of the garden. Never make it to the house most days.
Oh, they're so good.
They really, truly are. Those snap peas. And we've got some blueberry bushes planted out there. And one of my dogs, Ruby, my oldest big dog, you'll see her in a lot of the videos. She waits for those blueberries to ripen. And then you can watch her. She goes over and ever so carefully just uses just the front of her mouth to pick those blueberries, and she'll clean a blueberry bush right off before I catch her and get her out of there. Ma. Wow, Joni hasn't said anything odd tonight. Well, she's been busy chasing after these dogs.
Sorry to let you down.
Tom Fillmore, good night, guys. Great chat. See you on the next video.
All
right,
right.
Tom. Thanks
for
so much for
joining
joining
us.
us. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Canada 752. Okay, cool, beautiful province. It is, and it truly is cool tonight. Like minus 20, 25 wind chill. It is so cold.
It's a windy place.
Yeah. I mean, it is just, the wind's been blowing like crazy. Where we live, the wind, it just never quits blowing from now till about, what, June? Rebecca, love cabbage cores. We would fight over them. You know, Rebecca, cabbage is one of the healthiest vegetables that you can eat. Now, what I do if you have an upset stomach or whatever, because I have a touch of IBS, and so I take cabbage and I'll juice it. And the juice of cabbage, you mix a little bit of apple juice in there with it, and it really makes a wonderful, soothing, calming drink for your stomach. And it works. It really works. Yeah. Now, it does make you a bit gassy. Oh, Mr. Willie. Hey, Eric, I'm from Eastern North Carolina. Okay. Rebecca, tomatoes with cottage cheese, salt, and pepper. Rebecca, you had me at tomatoes.
You don't like cottage cheese.
But when you mentioned cottage cheese,
I like that.
Oh, cottage cheese.
I love it.
I can't stand how that even looks. Bert Dasher, cabbage is a common crop around here. We still eat the cores in the South. Hey, Bert, you know what? I used to work for a guy when I was real young, teenager, and we used to cut field after field of cabbage and harvest them and sell them for making coleslaw. Yeah. Yep. So we'd chop one open, just take the cores of them. That's the best part of the cabbage, that core. All right. Oh, come on. Let me see. Oh my.
You went too far.
Gary Tucker, we just got our group order in for chicken, turkey, quail, and pigs. Next is sheep and goats. Got to see how the land is once we lock that down. I'll require some hard labor for sure. Yeah, but if, you know, it is, living like this is always, it's hard work. It's, you're working all the time.
You are.
And the more animals you have, you know, the busier you're going to get. But that's just part of it, for sure. Mr. Willie, tomato with cottage cheese with salt and pepper sounds yummy.
Yep.
You like the cottage cheese.
Oh, I love it. I like all that dairy stuff. I like stuff Tony doesn't like.
Yeah.
Olives, black olives.
No,
I could just I could eat a whole can of olives. Just
no, thanks. Of course, you take them with a can, right? Yeah. Rebecca or Bert Dasher to Rebecca. Cucumber to that dish with tomato, cottage cheese, and onions, along with Italian dressing. You'll love me forever. There you go. Eric Cartwright. What variety of yellow tomato do you like best? You know, Eric, I'm not sure. I planted some of the small, what were they called?
Was it Golden Globe?
Golden Globes, I think, last year, which done exceptional.
They were so good.
Oh my.
So tasty.
But we had hundreds.
Yeah.
They grew so well. If you want a little secret to growing tomatoes, we stumbled upon this last year when we planted our tomatoes. They really weren't doing well. We put them in the ground and we did everything right there, but then they just started dying off. So I done some research and I put together my miracle tomato medicine. It's on a video. Yeah. And you can catch it there.
You need to do a gardening playlist.
And I'll tell you what, we put that on our tomatoes. And those tomatoes, even the ones that looked like they're just going to keel over, die. Yeah. In a week, 2 weeks, every tomato plant grew, and they grew. They were trees. Yeah. It was incredible how many tomatoes we got. So yeah, the Golden Globes, I think, is what we planted. Not sure the other ones. I'd have to look on the seed package there. Canada 752 fresh made chow chow. Oh yeah. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Now let me ask y'all, how many like beets? Because how do you do your beets?
Well, we can them.
But you put what?
Just some vinegar and sugar.
Okay.
How about equal amounts? You know, half and half.
Yeah.
And then I just can them.
Yeah. We love beets. We eat beets every meal, and they're so healthy for you.
I don't know how many jars I did. But
I don't know. We've gone through a lot.
Oh, we have. I mean, yeah, I was thinking the other day, I mean, the top of the cupboard is lined with all my jars that I just, and then when that gets full, I box them up and take them to the
Empty
basement.
jars, yeah.
Empty jars, yeah.
Yeah, that we've gone through, yeah.
Yeah. But that's good, you know? That's what they did years ago, back in the day, you know?
Gary, do you start your veggies inside? Tony, we're going to get along just fine. We process all of our own, just as you guys do. Nothing beats fresh and made from your own garden. That is the truth.
The truth.
And I wouldn't want it any other way. It's just, again, when you start reading the ingredients that they put into food, it is no wonder there's so much sickness out there.
Yeah.
And so we try to eliminate as many of those chemicals as we possibly can. You're just healthier for it, for sure. We start some of our veggies inside, yes. And then actually there's another spot just up the road from us that has a greenhouse that starts a lot of stuff for us. And we just go there and get it and put it in the ground, and it all works good. So Jesse and Lisa, with all that you make there, you have excellent ideas for video content. Can't wait to see how you do what you do there. Well, you know what, Jesse, we're just trying. We look at every video, and go, would I watch this? Would I be interested in this? And we try to make all of our videos that way. We really do. And it's, I hope 10 years from now, we've got like 500,000 subscribers or more, and all of you are still with us.
I was going to say, and all of you are still with us.
And we can just reminisce about all these times when we just got started.
Yeah.
Because March, we're coming into the first year, because the very first video that we ever made, before I tell you, can anyone guess? And this, for those that have been with us from the beginning, can you guess? Do you remember what the very first video that we ever put up was? And if you know that, throw it up there in comments. Let me see if you remember. Rebecca, all right, talking to Bert. Oop, where'd we go? Ooh.
You went too far again. Yep. How's that? It just does that on its own.
It jumps, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We know you can see the comments too, but we have to scroll back up.
Rebecca, I do that too. It's the best. Mr. Willie Tony has been on his best behavior tonight. I've got to be, I just have to be,
It's so funny, but I don't know if you can see him moving. He is sitting here just shaking.
Well, my legs, I have restless legs.
And he's just like literally dancing.
If anyone has restless legs, you understand.
If you have a cure, tell us.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, somebody. And don't mention putting soap under the bed sheets.
And don't tell that story, because we'll never get caught up in comments.
Look,
no. Don't
someone told her if she puts a bar of soap under the bed sheet that it would stop my legs from being restless. So my wife, being my wife, figures, well, if one works, then I'll put 10 under there and he'll be totally still. I don't know if she thought it'd be dead. So I get into bed, and it's feeling like I'm laying on beach rocks. And I said, why is this mattress so bad? And come to find out, she had all these bars of soap under the sheets. It was awful.
I was going to cure him.
It didn't cure me. It nearly killed me. Cabbage is nature's vent valve veggie.
Who said that?
Jesse. Jesse, are you tooting your own horn there?
Oh, goodness.
Rebecca, it's a probiotic. I took a fermentation class. Wow.
Yeah.
Love kimchi. Okay. Awesome. And
good stuff,
yes,
Rebecca.
Yes. Probiotic is so important to your gut. It really is. Gut health it affects your entire body. Mr. Willie, Tony doesn't need to go to the gas station because he has his own gas, and his is man-made. We call that natural gas, Mr. Willie. Oh, my. And Eric Cartwright's telling Mr. Willie's in Gates County. Rebecca loves olives. No.
Yeah.
Love olives.
Yeah.
The black ones too. No. Kimchi is outstanding on fish. I first tasted it when I was stationed in Korea. They bury cabbage in clay pots for 10 years to make kimchi. Really?
Who said that?
Bert.
Mm,
Wow.
that's the true original way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's stuck. It won't let me do anything here. Here we
There
go.
we go.
I'm just trying to, so it won't jump on us here. Roy. Let's go easy. There we go. I did it. Roy, hello, Jesse and Lisa. My wife are laughing on the floor of Vent Valve Veggies. The triple V. You got the triple V going on there.
That sounds like a move, like a wrestling move or something.
Yeah, it's a wrestling move, all right. It'll put you down.
Oh dear.
And for those with no gallbladder, it's even worse. Eric Cartwright. Thanks. I'll check the video out. Yeah, it's right there, Eric. The only thing I'll say about the video, Eric, I suggest changing one thing. Don't use your wife's blender. Because I used my wife's blender to mix it up. Wasn't a good idea. Desert Dog. I had a dog that did the same, but with tomatoes. I wondered where the ripe ones I was watching were going. Thought a neighbor stealing my tomatoes. One day saw a dog daintily take it right off the vine.
Isn't that funny?
Glad you're with us, Desert Dog.
Yeah,
and that is the
you.
truth. Isn't it something how those animals can do that?
Mm-hmm.
They will. And then if you've got free range chickens like we do, when your corn ripens, they'll get in that corn and peas and beans, you name it.
But at least they garden while they're in there.
Yeah, chickens do. They're landscapers.
They do.
Bert Dasher, I love beets, turnips too.
Oh,
turnips.
yeah.
We planted probably 100 turnips this year. They done superb.
Mm.
Love turnips. Absolutely love them.
Mm-hmm.
Canada 752, love fresh steamed beets. Beets are good. They're just plain good. And hey, how about beet greens? Do you like beet greens, you guys?
I'm sure they
Because
do.
we plant one row of beets simply for the beet greens.
Mm.
We don't allow them to mature or anything. We just want the beet greens. They're so good. Love beet greens. Mr. Willie, I've been to Gates County for baseball and football and basketball back when I was in school. Listen to that wind. The house is shaking because of the wind.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, where'd we go? Chelsea, where'd she go?
She's probably going to make a BEAT comment, knowing her.
Chelsea says, I love a good beat. I'm a music fan. What can I say?
Yeah, I figured.
Rebecca, love turnips. Now, how do you guys like your turnips? Now, we take ours. Tell them how you do yours.
How I do mine?
Your turnips.
Well, I just boil them.
You look at me like that's a strange question. How I do my turnips? How dare you ask me that?
I just boil them and then we mash them and then we do a little sprinkle of sugar. What?
I'm gonna struggle there.
What's so funny?
Anyway, Chelsea.
Well, I guess the reason I looked at you because we were talking about candy and you asked me how I do beets. I'm like, I don't do anything with turnips. We just cook them and eat them.
Yeah, but how you cook them and how you
we just boil them. That's all we do. We peel them and cut them in little.
Get you involved here. Chelsea, I can also drop some sick beets myself. I know you can, Chelsea.
Yeah.
You and your sister and your mama are very talented. Mr. Willie, I love pickled beets.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, we go through about 21-liter jars of beets a year. Love them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know we go through
I'm sure we're hitting close to that mark.
Yeah, because we have a bottle of beets, like a good bottle of mason jar beets on the table every meal, and probably half of them disappear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely love them. Oh, every 2 meals, 3 at the most, and another jar of beets is gone.
Yeah.
Roy Clennell, beet and horseradish sauce on red meat is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've never tried that. Maybe we need to. Rebecca, have you noticed the frozen chicken breasts are not always one ingredient whole foods?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's true.
If you start looking into all that stuff, oh, it's crazy. It really is. And I know with that's why we grow all of our own chickens and all that stuff.
Yeah.
No hormones, no injections, no medicated feeds. You know, even our Meat King chickens, we don't just put them in a room or in a
Oh
pen, and
no.
ours are I built a big tractor, chicken tractor,
Mhm.
and that's in another video. And our chickens, I move
Mhm.
that tractor once, sometimes twice a day,
Hmm.
and they get all that fresh
Oh yeah,
grass and
they do.
clover, all that good stuff for them,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we feed, believe it or not, chickens love yogurt,
Oh yeah.
and it is so healthy for them.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
Let me see. Fisherman 506, corned beef and cabbage is great, and so is sauerkraut. You know what? Those are old time meals right
Yep.
there. You ask some people today what corned beef and cabbage is, they can't tell you. You ask them what sauerkraut is, they can't tell you.
But sauerkraut is making a comeback, like
Mhm.
Rebecca alluded to.
Yeah.
With people are
Fermented foods.
Yeah, fermented foods. It's kind of becoming a more of a trendy thing.
Yeah.
So
That's very good.
people are discovering these for the first time, which
Yep.
they've really been around for years.
Chelsea Stoddard said the first video, come on now, let's get this thing moving here, was the sap. Where'd you go?
You're hiding it.
Oh,
There you go.
where'd she go? Man, was sap boiling for syrup. And how many bottles do you remember? I do. How long was that video? I remember.
Uh-huh.
Jesse and Lisa, mark my word, one day you'll look back and say, hey, Joni, remember back when we displayed the wooden play button?
That's funny. Well, thank you.
I hope so.
Thank you for
We're
believing in
working
us.
towards that end, Jesse, for sure. And we want that. Edwin Rodriguez, hey guys, was the video about making syrup? It was, Edwin. That was the very first video we put up, and it was 42 seconds long. Can you believe it? 42 seconds.
It was totally spur of the moment.
Yeah.
Like we were down to the sugar shack, and I think it was kind of getting late at night. We were tired, and he took his phone out and he videoed, and he's like,
yeah. And then I said, I wonder if I could post this.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it happened.
That's how the channel was born.
That's where it was born, right there. And then we took it from there and thought, well, let's try this, and the rest is history. And here we are with all of you wonderful people.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, everybody, I got to change hats for a minute. My daughter, Chelsea, wanted me to wear this hat tonight. There. What do you think of that hat?
I think Jesse and Lisa are going to like that.
You guys like that hat? Now, Jesse, this hat came from Texas. I bought it in a shop down there.
It's an original.
It's original, and they steam fitted it to my big old pumpkin on my hold my head. What do you guys think of my new hat?
I think he looks good in it. I do. Give us thumbs up here. Put some little hat emojis in your comments.
Roy Clemo, there's no cure for restless legs. I've lived with them all my life, and none that he has found. Nothing he has found. Well, Roy, I'm sorry you got it too, and it's bad. Mr. Willie 95, the reason why Tony is missing comments because Tony is totally focused on Joni's sizzle. I'll tell you what, I've been focused on her sizzle for 32 years. Gary Tucker, Tony, have you made sauerkraut? We have not.
We've not.
We really never got into making that, and but she does a lot of stuff. The fermenting.
But I need to because I know I would enjoy that. I like that more tangy sourness.
Yeah, Rebecca, I have restless legs. I can tell when I'm not going to be able to sleep. I go to bed and move my legs in different stretches and don't stop until I forget or go to sleep. Oh. It's tough. I tell you, my legs never stop.
Yeah.
And it is tough dealing with restless legs. Mm-hmm. It really is. So y'all.
You need to sing your Randy Travis song now.
No, I don't. Bert Dasher, deer will eat the flowers off of tomato plants before the tomatoes even form. Always put scarecrow in your tomato patch. Well, I just take my 244.
Now, ironically and thankfully, we have no issue with that here. Now I say that, and this year we might.
Well, now 2 years ago, the deer cleaned out all of our corn, but now last year we had no deer in the garden at all.
No.
So I'm hoping that'll stay that way for sure. But anyhow, Gary Tucker, we love beet greens. Wrap them with cream cheese and dough and cook in a dill cream sauce.
I would love that.
Boy, howdy.
Wow.
You put that on your forehead, your tongue will beat your brains out trying to get to it.
You need to post that recipe in the community tab. I would love to try that.
Yes, sir.
Is that an original recipe? Or did you guys find that somewhere? That's calling my name right there.
Canada 752, only like turnips in a stew. Yeah, they're good that way.
Yeah.
But I love our turnips all
just
mashed up. And sometimes you mix turnip with mashed potato. It's good too.
Yeah, it is.
Coin, you dig it. Are you getting paid by the nail on the Sugar Shack? I wish. We put a lot of nails in her, that's for sure. I wish I was getting paid for the nails.
A lot of nails, yeah.
Oh, I build her. I overbuild. And because I don't know, I keep things from falling apart, I guess. Gary Tucker, pickled beets, mustard pickles are a must. They are.
Yes.
Love mustard pickles. Roy Clemo mashed turnip and carrots with nutmeg. Now, I like yams, which is sweet potatoes, but yams, and I'll slice them up and do a yam casserole at Thanksgiving and Christmas. And the kids absolutely love it. They request it every year. Roy, mashed turnip and carrots. Okay. I can eat just that for my meal. Not the rest of the family, though. They are fussy. Shame on them, Roy. Canada, 752. Pickled turnips with beets is good, too. I think turnips and beets, any way you can get it, is
all
good.
Those root vegetables are excellent.
Rebecca, I'm looking forward to your summer videos, and we are too.
Thank you, Rebecca.
It's going to be good, Rebecca, and there's so much work that goes into, getting the garden ready, and then you have that little lull in the middle where things start growing. Well, then it's keeping the weeds out and things, which we don't have much problem with weeds at all because of the way we garden, but it's all going good. But
in that lull, from gardening, there's still lots of other stuff.
Hey, everybody, no one's commented my hat. You like my hat?
Well, maybe we
all right, I'll take it off.
We could be way behind in comments.
I'll put my other big one
I think they do like it. I bet you Jesse will have something to say about it. Or Lisa. I'm not sure who does the commenting there. Tell us.
Chelsea, Zach and I are signing off for the evening. Got to get some beauty sleep.
All right.
Zach, you need to sleep like a day and a half, okay? No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, for sure. Nisha, how you doing?
Hey, Nisha.
What's up, girlfriend?
Well, this is becoming a regular thing, isn't it?
Nice to see you or hear from you. Yeah. Hope all is well. You are in Moncton now, if I remember correctly.
She is.
Because you bought a house in Moncton, Nisha. How you doing, girl? Fisherman 506, 14 bottles.
Do you know what he means by that? You asked a question. And he's telling you the answer.
What was the question?
About the video. How many bottles were in it?
Yes. You
So I would say
nailed it.
He went and looked up that 43-second video.
42.
42.
You nailed it.
Very good.
Way to go, fisherman. Rebecca, I made my first batch of sauerkraut at age 17. Been 44 years ago. The first thing I ever processed myself. Okay.
Cool.
And you still make that every year? You make some or not so much anymore, Rebecca? Let me see here if I can scroll up without making it jump. Yeah, almost. There we go. Jesse, Lisa, did you know that Spam is the only meat that doesn't need to be refrigerated?
Yeah.
I did know that.
And it lasts forever.
It does. But you know what? You take fried Spam and eggs, that's just good food right there. I know it's maybe not the healthiest, but I'll tell you what, especially when you're out camping, you take along a can of Spam, and that's high living right there.
Right.
Canada 752, St. Patty's coming soon, and corned beef and cabbage with potatoes and carrots. There you go.
All right, yeah.
Sounds like a plan. What time you want us there? Mr. Willie, looking good, Tony. Thank you, Mr. Willie.
He likes your hat.
Yeah, Rebecca.
Now you're getting your hat comments now.
Gary Tucker. Look, it's a saltwater cowboy. There you go.
That's cute.
Jesse, now you're looking like a real man. Too bad you have a hitch in your get along. Well, they didn't shoot every lame horse. Eric Cartwright, thumbs up. Nisha, God can heal your legs. That's one cure for sure. That is
right,
the truth.
Nisha.
That is the truth. He's got the cure for everything.
That's right.
Gary Tucker, that beet green recipe is an old Ukrainian recipe. I think it's called Hoblisk.
Huh. I'll have
Okay.
to look that up.
Yeah. Maybe you have to make some of that stuff.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Bert, have to bail out and call it a night. Y'all have fun. We'll see you in the next one. Good night, everybody.
Good
hey,
night.
Bert, thank you so much. And thank you again, Bert, for the thinking of my wife there with
Yes.
the Carhartts. We appreciate
Thank you
that so much.
much.
We really do. Everybody that
Just
supports the channel, we appreciate
we're
that so much.
overwhelmed
Yeah.
by everyone's thoughtfulness and support, just even showing up here
Yeah,
week after week.
for sure, for sure. Roy, wow, 110 minutes. No, Tony, I have a great hat like that also. Originally from Alberta. Need a hat like that there to fit in. LOL. All right. I like wearing that hat. I just don't know. I always used to wear it all the time, but up around here, there's not a lot of people that
Well,
wear
you did
them.
when we were in the States. You were. Yeah.
5-star property yams. They are good for diabetic emergency as they will raise sugar if low. I've had to do this
that's
for my
right.
mom on occasion. Orange juice works too, but it's temporary as it's short sugar. Yams are long sugars.
Mhm.
That is the truth.
That's right.
But they are very, very good. I like them. I do. What do I put mine? I
actually want to start sweet potato slips this year. I've never done it before, so that's something I want to do. And I want to grow our own.
Yeah. Well, I like to get about 20, 30 pounds of sweet potatoes. That would be good. That'd be really good.
Well, I need to go buy about 4 or 5 and start them.
Because how you do that, you put them in.
Oh, I'm sure people on here know.
You put them in the bottle or mason jar or something.
Yeah.
And we're going to try that.
And just one potato will send up, I don't know how many shoots, and then you plant every one of those, so you get, I don't know how many pounds you would get per.
Don't know. Let me see. Rebecca, I mostly do special things like kimchi, chow chow, etc. Okay.
Okay.
But we'll have to do some of those cooking things, pickling stuff, all that kind of stuff, just to see how, we'll do some videos of that, 15, 20-minute videos but we've got, just before we go here, we'll give everyone kind of a rundown what's coming up video wise. We've got probably 2 more videos on the Sugar Shack building it. Because videos are always a little bit behind because of editing. So we've got a couple more videos to come out on the build, and then we're putting the evaporator in place. We probably won't have all the boards on and everything on that we need to, but we're going to keep working on the shack as we do sap so that we can get started boiling. And then we'll show you the process, boiling and filtering and how everything works, how the preheater for the cold sap works and all that good stuff. So a lot of good stuff coming up. We'll try to show you everything as we're doing it, and just have fun with it. So thank you, everybody. Jesse, Lisa, time to head out and put old Betsy back in the livery. Good night, y'all. Good night, Jesse and Lisa.
Good night.
And we're going to sign off as well. We appreciate everybody that joins in with us here.
We do.
It's always fun talking to so many people, because when you're we're in here and you can't go anywhere and all that stuff, so it's just nice to have interaction. Roy says, I am off. Another great live chat. Wishing you a great rest of your week. The warm weather is supposed to be here next week. Good night. It is supposed to be here next week, Roy. We're going to be tapping trees and watching the old syrup flow or sap flow. Then we'll make syrup. So take care, everybody.
Mr. Willie, say good night. Rebecca is signing off.
All right. Keep the sizzle, Mr. Willis says. Good night, fishermen. 506. Good night, everybody that's there still listening. We appreciate everybody, and to all of our new subs, all of the folks that have joined us tonight for the first time.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and have a great week, and just stay strong, love each other, love your family, and have fun, and watch our videos.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back here next Tuesday night, same time, same
and
place.
Thank you for the comments.
Yes, thank you for the comments.
We love the comments.
Yes, please leave comments on our videos. Interact so that we can, interact with everybody. So, Gary Tucker, great live video, guys. Cheers. Good night, Gary. You guys be safe out there in Alberta. We will see everybody later. Take care. God bless you all. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.